All right, reviews for McDonald's.
I have this place's logo tattooed on my back.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like I always have a piece of it with me.
That's sweet.
My uncle's ashes were spread here. I come back every now and then just to feel his presence. R.I.P. Uncle Frankie.
Welcome back to the series where I show you 50 different games, all using one deck of cards. Today we're learning how to play Screw Your Neighbor. To start, deal one card to every player, with the dealer setting the rest of the deck nearby. Your goal at the end of the round is to have a higher value card than at least one other person. After the card's been dealt, take a look at your card and keep it secret from the other players. On your turn, you can either keep your card or exchange it with the player to your left. There are no takebacks. The next player has the same options to trade with the player after that, and so on until it's back to the dealer. Now when someone is trading with you, you have no option but to give them your card. That is, unless you have a king. You can reveal it and say, no thank you. On the dealer's turn, they'll reveal their card before anyone else, and they have the one option of taking a new card from the top of the deck. Again, no takebacks. Then everyone reveals their cards and you see who has the lowest. That player is either eliminated completely or loses one of 3 lives. They're both fun ways to play. Play continues to go around and around until it's just 2 players left. One is the dealer and one's not. And that standoff is always so exciting. And that's how you screw your neighbor.
Alrighty then, let's play Bad Choices, and you let me know in the comments what your reply to this card would be. Here we go. Have you ever masturbated at your friend's house? Well, now's your time to own up.
A lot of you called the previous card game Speed, but this is the Speed that I know. This is a 2-player game, and you begin by dealing 2 cards in the middle and 5 cards on each side. Now split the remainder of the cards evenly between each player. To begin, take 5 cards in your hand, and when you're ready, flip the 2 middle cards. At this point, it's a race to see who can get rid of their cards the fastest. There's only 3 ways you're allowed to get rid of a card, either going up or down in numerical order, or putting the same value card on top of another. You are also only allowed to have 5 cards in your hand at one time. If no one can make any more plays, you both take a card from the side pile and continue playing. Whoever gets rid of all their cards first slaps the pile and yells speed, and they claim victory.
Welcome back to the series where I show you 50 different games, all using one deck of cards. Today we're playing Kings in the Corner. Start by dealing 7 cards to every player, with the remaining cards put into a draw deck in the center of the table, then one at a time flip cards into a cross around it. You start your turn by drawing a card, and then you can play any number of legal cards from your hand. Cards are played into the piles in a descending order, switching between colors. Think solitaire. Kings can be played in, you guessed it, the corner. This creates another descending pile for players to put their cards into. Whenever a pile's last card lines up with a pile's first card, that pile can be moved on top of the other, with any card from your hand filling in the empty spot. Gameplay continues to go around with the piles shifting and growing until one player plays all of the cards from their hand in one turn, and that player is the winner. And that's how to play Kings in the Corner. Which card game would you like to see me cover next? Welcome back to the series where I show you 50 different games, all using one deck of cards. Today we're playing Garbage. This is a game for 2 players, and you'll start by giving each player 10 cards, and without looking at them, set them in a 5x2 grid. Each grid represents places to put values 1 through 10. Aces 1, 2 through 10 are face value, jacks are wild, and king and queens are unplayable. On your turn, you'll take a card and put it in its spot. Take the face down card and continue this process until you get a king or a queen. Or you get a card that already has one in its spot. Unplayable cards are discarded, and on future turns you can choose from the deck or the top of the discard pile. And turns continue until one player has fully completed their grid. This ends the round and all the cards are shuffled up and a new one begins, with the winner having one less space to fill. Then a player wins when they got 1 spot left and they draw an ace or a jack. And that's how you play Garbage. Which card game would you like to see me cover next? Welcome back to the series where I show you 50 different games, all using a deck of cards. Today's game is Mao. Mao is based off of a crazy ruler of China whose rules never made sense. You are going to set up and begin this game and explain no rules to the other players. Begin by dealing out 7 cards to every player. At its core, gameplay is pretty simple. You want to get rid of all your cards, and on your turn, play a matching card or suit. If a player ever breaks an unspoken rule, then you punish them. Here's all the special rules. No talking at the table. If you need to draw a card, you knock on the table first. Announce when you are playing a spade. An ace will skip the next player, and an 8 reverses the turn order. When you play a 7, tell the player to your right to have a nice day with an added present. And then you wait for them to thank you. If they have the audacity to not thank you, then, well, guess what? You're gonna punish them more. Jacks are wild and change the suit, and whenever you change the suit with a jack or another card, you must knock a certain number of times. Play queen? Praise Mal! Play king? Hail Mal! This nonsense will continue with you playing the cards, some people starting to get it, and other players just absolutely not understanding anything. And then eventually someone will win and run out of cards. And the winning player can make up a new rule for the next game. Enjoy the chaos.
This game could take up to a year to play. Let me explain. You split the deck between yourself and your partner, agree to a time frame, could be a year, could be a week, up to you. They're almost like relationship coupons. For example, you can steal their food, pull them out of a grumpy mood by making them take their pants off, or force them to join you in your favorite hobby.
Hey Austin, I got you a new monitor!
Oh! Thanks! I love it! Anyway, let's play Joking Hazard. This is a very weird game, so let's get into it. Okay, here we go. Sorry to hear your mom died. Well, that's kind of sad. I heard your father passed away. Oh, that's even worse. I ran over your dog. My man just lost everything.